I got discipline from older kin inside my DNA. Got a poppers with my squad, we never fake like TNA. Tits and ass, we all spaz on topics you all can relate. If you can't, listen anyway and have yourself a drink. Truth no dare at us, got Darius the almost married man. River with 2 R's, also shout out to my Mexican. There's Mac 2, send him nudes, we don't judge. Will be E from his story time, and then there's Nasty Freddy with 1D.
The Point of It All podcast episode number I was about to say 17. 16, right? 16. Mm-hmm. We in here.
Is this like Indiana? Or is it
wait, is it 15 or no? It's 15.
15, my bad. That was last episode.
That was Fred's episode.
Shit, we should have said that last episode.
Yeah, we missed
so it's our Sweet 16?
Yeah, it's our Sweet 16.
Happy Sweet 16, guys.
What do we do for 17?
Nothing.
It's radio, that's illegal, by Illinois standards.
We can get into porn?
No, it's 18, isn't it?
It's rated R. It's 17 for like movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Porn ratings.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna get into the porn. We can wait to 18
for that one.
Have a whole porn episode or something.
Hey, to the right of me, we got Fred Mac 2. What's going on, man?
Yo, what's good, people?
Yeah. Hey, oh shit! I just realized that the power is on right now because my phone is buzzing. As of right now.
Well, it's off now because it's 9 o'clock. So.
Oh, well, it's been buzzing, man.
It was a nice episode too.
It was an amazing episode, actually. Y'all haven't got to it yet.
Yeah, no, I watched it. I've learned to watch it before you all come over.
Thank God. Can we talk about it right now?
I don't know. Has everybody saw it?
I've never even got into it, so go ahead.
I haven't seen it, but I don't care.
Oh.
Okay, but let me introduce everybody else. To the left, we got our IV Rib. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man, I'm glad to be back, man. I had a migraine last week, so a lot of y'all might not notice that I kind of slipped off the episode.
Oh, the last hour?
I got some talking to do to make up for it.
There we go. To the far left of me, we got Bella, my baby mama. What's going on?
Hello. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Yo,
what's up?
How are you guys?
Doing good. Doing very well. And all the way to the very far, like left. I don't know if you want to hear him or not. Freddie with 1D.
Why wouldn't they hear me?
Because you talking.
I'm not Max too, baby. I little loudness on my smooth.
Shade. Just a little. It's Point of It All podcast, man. 16 episodes in, we still going strong. Still ain't been canceled. We will eventually.
Don't say that.
We will.
No.
We will.
No. You guys keep going as long as you guys all keep wanting to do it.
No, if Fred keep ranting the way you do, no, we not.
He did make me laugh.
Yeah, right, dude.
I was like, oh, wait, I'm dating a Mexican.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you gotta go back.
I almost forgot about that part, man.
Gee, I was at work rolling. It saw my face when we got to that point. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It's y'all fault for not listening.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, you haven't listened to the episode yet.
I just got the notification today. That's why I told you. I was like,
it wasn't nothing bad.
I told you.
Shit, Gordon.
I'll get back to it.
That was hilarious. We were like, Fred, come on, man. In my head, we didn't say it out loud.
You know how we do? Unfiltered.
That's true. I'm sorry. How was everybody this week? You doing good? Feeling good? Energy is up? Yeah.
No complaints. I was telling them you guys hit on something last week that I wish I could have been here for, because you all did a topic that kind of touched me. Not touched me in a sentimental way or nothing, but I definitely felt some type of way about it. You guys talk about the open relationships.
Oh, that we weren't even trying to get into, but
yeah, and
we did it.
I was definitely with Fred on that one about no.
Were you really?
Yeah, I think if I'm gonna do an open relationship, it's with a chick that I cannot take serious. Like if I'm gonna do it, I cannot see like that's the one, because it's like how I don't see how you can share somebody that you feel is the one.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then I had something for you and Freddie 1D about, I think you guys are thinking too positive about open relationships and y'all not thinking at all the negatives at all. So, you know, I'm always the devil's advocate on the
show, right, yeah.
So I'm going to tell you all the negatives that can happen about being in an open relationship. All right?
STD.
Well, that too, but that can happen in a regular relationship. You
I know a lot of
know,
guys in here who don't wear condoms, so relationship won't affect that at all.
hashtag facts. So
No comment.
What no comment? What you say? So, I was thinking to start off simple. Like, let's say the chick that you with, that you doing it with, let's say y'all were doing this open relationship thing for, let's say, 2 months.
Okay. Right.
And she finds a guy that she is feeling more than you, and now she wants to replace you as the main. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't want you to be the main anymore.
Okay. All right.
So by you, which can happen because you're letting her introduce herself to any guy she wants. So at some point, there's the chance she gonna meet somebody that she like a hell of a lot better than you. And I'm not even talking about from the standpoint of sex. I just mean person. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So let's say you let that go and you like, okay, now I gotta find somebody else. And then it happened again. Like, when does it stop? You know what I'm saying? You might start trying to reevaluate yourself. Like, is it me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you mean going into a relationship again as an open relationship?
Like, you're the boyfriend, but she's fucking with other people. But I'm saying one of the guys that she messing with, now she wants that guy to be her boyfriend. So she wants to end it with you as the main. You know what I'm saying? So now you just asked out.
I see that as a positive. Like, okay, now let's switch it. Let's say if I'm in a relationship with one person and I gotta wait 3 years for this chick to say she's not feeling me, but I can do an open relationship and the lady can tell me within a week or 3 weeks that she's not feeling me back to back, and you said this is continuously happening, I would be able to fix myself quicker than just being in a single relationship.
But I'd rather that happen from us being in a relationship than me telling her she can go out there and date guys. Because she gonna come to that realization because I've given her permission to go be with other guys, opposed to her being just with me and one day being like, you know what, this isn't working. It's like the other way around. I made that happen because I was like, hey, you can go do whatever you want with whoever. You know what I'm saying? So that was on me. The other way is her realization. You know, it's on her. Right. So it's a difference. You know, I didn't force it. I didn't give you permission to go get dick from somewhere else, and you decided you like that life and you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You found another guy. You know, I would rather be in a relationship with you and you one day realize this isn't for you, opposed to I gave you a hall pass to do whatever you want in the streets, and then you come to that realization. It's two totally different situations.
True.
Agree.
The second thing is, what if you only have a certain freaky level with that? It's certain things I'm not into. So what if this guy that she messing with other than you is into some whole other shit you ain't into?
Like eating ass.
Like eating ass. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. Like eating fucking ass.
Yes.
Now your girl is just going out 3-4 times a week just eating booty. And you gotta accept that. You gotta be cool with that. No.
What's the percentage of that happening though?
Well, you don't know because you don't know. According to you guys' podcast, y'all not gonna talk about it. I studied what y'all said. You said, well, we're not gonna talk about what we do out in the streets. Well, then, fuck, you don't know your girl just got booty on her fucking.
So wait. So she's not doing that with me. But she's introducing it to other people.
No, because you're not into it. It's not that she wouldn't do it to you. It's just that you're not into it.
That's on y'all. I like it. So fuck.
No, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not.
Wait, hold up. So,
see, that goes against what you're saying right now. It only goes against BE's argument.
Yeah.
I didn't say I don't need to know.
Wait, okay.
My whole thing was communication.
Did I hear that right? Did BE just say he is asking?
That's
no. Is that what you got from that?
That's what we're talking about.
No.
If that's what you said, that is okay with me in my book.
I mean, I appreciate that.
It is, but that's
fine. I'm way too ticklish for that. I can't do that. There's no way in hell.
So wait, what were you answering?
Me eating ass.
No, we're talking about her.
Talking about her.
Okay.
Girl eating.
Her.
Continue.
Her. So if she just all in the streets doing all this stuff that y'all not doing, she bringing that home. And you gotta, you just kiss her in the morning. I don't care if she brushed her teeth. I don't care about none of that. None of that. Like,
okay,
right. I'm with Riv on that one too. If knowing the possibility that you had somebody else's dick on your breath.
Yeah, all that.
Or you just swallow somebody else's kids and then you come back to me and I'm like, that's not gonna work for me.
No,
that's not gonna work.
I'm sure.
I'm straight.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Are you doing something?
Like eating ass?
No, I'm talking about you. Talking about her doing all the worthwhile, all the.
So is he doing the same thing?
Are you doing something?
If I had to get in that situation, we'd have to have rules. But even then, you don't know if they out there breaking the rules. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So even if you guys got to understand it, you may be out there following that understanding. But she may get into a situation one night she want to be adventurous.
And I said that the two ways that can happen, the only thing was going to work is if you don't ask, don't tell, or you're communicating everything that you do. Like y'all communicating about everything.
I think it would be like don't ask, don't tell. It's open. Like if it was an open relationship, I'd be like don't ask. I wouldn't want to know.
I would want to know.
Even if you have that.
I know what.
I'm in an open relationship. Like trust me, I thought about this. If I'm in an open relationship, I want to know. That communication has to be there for safety purposes.
Right, exactly.
But I just want to know. But obviously, if you're in an open relationship, you might want to take some precautions anyway if you know they're out there.
Right.
See, that's why I will avoid it altogether.
Altogether, I would too.
I would just feel like if you're in an open relationship, you just are somebody that wants to cheat, but you want it to be okay. Like, you want them to be fine with it. It's just like, well, you might as well just be single. Like, it's just like, what's the point of calling that person your girlfriend? She is not your girlfriend. Yeah. She's everybody's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She's not your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know if that just because you got an open relationship don't mean you have to use all those advantages. Like, you can still treat it as a relationship if you want to, but if somebody else comes along, like you're not going out there just trying to fuck everybody. I mean, but if somebody comes along that you find interesting, then you can proceed it. So you don't have to just go out there and just fuck like you're single.
So in open relationship, are you still using titles in open relationships?
I've seen people who use them.
Some don't want to.
Then it's not a relationship if you ain't got a title. See, that's the difference. Like if you say open relationship, it has to be a title because the word relationship is there. So it's some type of something because you know what I'm saying. Otherwise, it'll just be like, hey, we not together. We messing like friends with benefits. Mm-hmm. Basically,
that would be what I would think my title would be for it. If it's an open relationship, it would be more like, we friends with benefits or whatever the case may be. I'm not finna be like, but that's my girlfriend.
Exactly.
Because if I say that's my girlfriend, but then I'm still messing with other people, then I'm cheating.
Right.
No matter who I try to explain it to, it's an open relationship. That's my girlfriend, but we still see other people and all stuff like that, they're gonna be like, well, no, then y'all niggas is cheating. Right.
It's like, what's the point of being in the
You're going off of what
Right.
society says. Like, society ain't got to make up my rule. If I'm in a relationship.
Oh no, I'm going off what I make up. Like,
It's not necessarily based off society, but I mean, we got labels for everything for a reason.
But that's
it's an easier way. It's an easier
labels for everything.
But no, because it's an easier way to.
Category.
But it's an easier way to define things. I mean, everything. Yeah, for you to know exactly what it is. I mean, this is why everything has a title. Everything has a name, has a title, whatever the case may be. Like, you can't go and, I got a car. Okay, cool. I got a car too. But you're going to be like, no, what kind of car is it? You got to have some type of label for it to help define it. That's a relationship or open relationship is no different. Anything in life, there's got to be some type of label to help define what it is or what category it's in or what level or whatever the case may be. Like, this has to be something for everything. If it's an open relationship, then yeah, you just call it an open relationship. If it's an actual relationship, then you just leave the open part out of it. Because then it makes it confusing if it's an actual relationship and you saying no, it's an open situation.
one person don't even know. Like, you know what I'm
one
saying?
person don't even know. I mean, everybody kind of knows what the definition of a relationship is. Correct. So then when you put an open on it, it's like, okay,
so I would think more.
There's more. Yeah. So stop saying y'all boyfriend and girlfriend if there's more to it than that.
I would assume that they would both know if they're in an open relationship or not. One is just not going to be out in the cold about that.
No, I get that. So, okay, how would you explain that to somebody that you meet outside of that open relationship? Like, you meet somebody else.
Oh, you meet somebody?
And they ask you, so are you seeing anybody? What you gonna say?
You have to be honest.
Right, I have a girlfriend.
We swingers. That's something like that. That's
right, we swingers. But then you be like, so y'all married? Because that's normally when you think of a swingers. It's married couples. Mm-hmm. So, because some people say it like this. Technically, I'm single until I'm married, which I think is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I agree with that too.
That doesn't make any damn sense. Like, you're single till you married.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
You're not gonna be married then if you going by this whole single mindset the whole entire time you're in a relationship with somebody. They'll be like, well, shit, why the fuck I want to marry you when technically you still single?
Because they
they're like, or they can put a ring on it. And I'm like, no, because if I'm in a relationship, that's my boyfriend. Like, then we go fiance.
Right.
Like, he's my husband. Like,
right. You gotta go through
there are steps.
There's steps to it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't even. If I was with a chick and she brought that idea up to me, that'd just tell me a lot about her, and it'll be the end right there. If she was like, "Hey, how do you feel about us being in an open relationship?" I was like, "Well, how do you feel about being single?" Because not with me.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, well, how you feel about us just fucking then?
Right.
That's
what it is.
Because that's as far as I'm gonna take with you now.
Right. Because you're not my girl.
We need to find someone who's Wait, you are in an open relationship with Filipino? Or you were just saying that?
No, I'm just pro.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay, hold on.
Yeah,
so we need to find someone who's in an open relationship so we can get like their point of view on what, you know what I mean? Like one who's really in it.
Right. Like in an open relationship, do you take the other spouse around family? Do they get to meet the parents? Do they?
Well, I would think so. Boyfriend and girlfriend.
If you got kids, do they get to meet the kids? Do they get to go to certain functions? Do y'all like?
And I think that's where River said there would have to be rules to it. Like I wouldn't be in an open relationship, but if I were in an open relationship and we had kids, I wouldn't want the other people meeting my children. Like, why?
Right.
If they're just fucking, that's like, why do you have to meet my kids then? Right.
That's
exactly. If I'm your girlfriend, if I'm, whatever, then no one else, none of the people you're sleeping with have to meet my children. Like, no.
Right, because that's like saying, "Oh, I'm in an open relationship, but I still mess with. I got a main one that I mess with, and I got two other ones. So all three of them meeting the child?
Yeah, no, my child would not be.
Or is it only the main
one
that's meeting the child?
Right.
Like it would still be. It's still confusing.
Right.
All of it is confusing.
We need to find someone.
Yeah. I don't know anybody.
I do.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna see if they. I don't see if they will come on. If I can only get the one person, that's fine too.
All we need is one person's perspective on it. So we can get one person in on it.
But you got to determine, like, their rules are their rules. Like, there's no...
And that's true. Everyone probably has different rules.
Right.
But at least we can get an explanation from somebody that's in it.
Like,
exactly.
Kind of help try to verify it or make sense of it.
Absolutely.
You know what? And to be honest, no matter how they explain it, you won't ever make sense of it.
Right. I don't think you would either.
Because you can't use the word mine's, like, because that person is not none of that. Because you are sharing that person. So it's like, I don't know.
Open relationship people that you know, are they like just in the relationship? Are they engaged? Are they swingers? Like, are they married? Like, what's their status?
They're not married. They're actually dating. They've been dating for, I want to say about a year and some change. In
an open relationship the whole entire time?
They live together?
They live together.
Damn, that ain't no damn open relationship.
I couldn't do that either.
Yep. So...
Yeah,
it's gonna be really interesting. Episode 17.
You need to start sending out some text messages.
Or 18.
18 maybe. Yeah.
So, either one.
But it's gonna be really interesting to talk with them. Because I only know the basics of what their relationship is. And so, you know, to have that conversation with them would be really interesting to have.
So there could be a part 3 to open relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, speaking on relationships, I was on Facebook sometime this week, and I stumbled across this video. Like it's like a panel of women. And
loving it already.
It kind of puts me in a mindset of like a mega church, because that's how it feels. Because it was pretty much people from in a church, right?
Okay.
And well, I'm sorry, that was a different video, but it was similar to that same person, people in it, and it was a guy and a girl that's in the panel, and they was having a conversation with the audience, and the guy made a valid point that I've kind of used this point for almost forever, and he pretty much said, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit because I don't have the video in front of me, but he pretty much said, I'm gonna have to find it, but it was pretty much saying, a men finds a wife based off of, you know, when they see you,
okay, not
when they date you. So you're not a wife when you get engaged or when you get the ring. For a man, you're a wife when they find you.
Interesting.
Yeah. So. And I was just thinking about this whole open relationship thing like that, and that was something I wanted to just, you know, bring up because I thought it was a good point. It was something that I've said plenty of times before. Why it's been so long since I've been dating and things like that, because I don't want to date and just be dating, like it's just for fun.
Right.
Like I'm want to date somebody that I'm like, okay, this is going to be going for the long run, and going to be married and things like that. This is what I'm looking for. So I just wanted to bring that up for y'all. I'm gonna find a clip and I'm gonna say it word for word next time, so that way y'all get what I'm saying, because I know I paraphrase it real good.
I mean, if you can find it now, that's fine. But
yeah, I mean, I can find it.
That's interesting. I know me for myself. When I date somebody, I date for that's the focus. Maybe we can go from point A to point B. Maybe we can get married or something like that. I don't know about every guy in this room, but that's how I, take my approach into finding a girl. So, what do you think?
Because I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get married. I don't know. So it's like this is my thing, right? I wanted somebody that's into me, because I get very into my girls. Very into my girls. So it's like, I just want somebody that's going to be as into me as I am into them. So, you give me that and we good. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
that's why I feel so heavy on the open relationship topic. It's like, I just don't see how you can call somebody your girlfriend, but share them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
Then, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't like them as much as you think you do if you can let another man run up in them. You just in my opinion, you don't. You don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know.
Many men are looking for a wife. Ladies, single ladies, this is you for the single ladies. Ask the Lord to make sure that you are not functioning in the spirit spirit of girlfriend. See, the Bible says he that finds a wife
Finds a good thing.
obtains favor. It didn't say he who finds a woman who he begins to date, who he then finds enough about her that he gives her a ring, that he proposes, she becomes a fiance, then they get married. You are not a wife when I marry you. You're a wife when I find you.
Let's
You
act like
become
it
my
ain't
wife when I marry you. Wife is not the presence of a ring, it's the presence of your character.
character. Yes. Hallelujah.
The reason why many men can't find a wife is we got too many women walking with the spirit of girlfriend. And you're giving wife benefits to a man that's not gonna wife you because he's a little boy. Boys play games, men cut covenant.
Okay.
He should have dropped the mic after that.
I think he did, but they cut it out. So.
I understand. Okay.
So now, okay, we got further information onto that.
I can get on board with that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I can get
yeah.
on board with that. I can get
That's just something I never thought before. Like maybe what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe I was thinking that cerebrally. I'm sure that's not a word.
Like you find a wife based off of mental.
Yeah, like mentally, maybe I've thought that, but like,
I mean, I think that's possible too. I mean,
yeah,
mentally you can gauge how a person makes you feel. If your mindsets, mesh well with each other,
right.
So I mean, that's definitely a part of it too. But I think the character that you get from the beginning first, before you even have a conversation with them, is what's going to draw you in. That's when it's going to make you feel like, okay, she might be. She might be somebody I might want to talk to. And then when you do, and then the mental comes into it based off of just the communication, then that might more solidify it for you. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of chicks out here that's getting wife characteristics that shouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that.
and ladies, stop falling for that whole being called wifey shit. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean absolutely nothing.
Sure doesn't.
It's a great song though.
Never try me, still right by me. Make it lively, highly spoken of. My only love, the only one. You're my wifey, make my life complete, sweet. But you know when the flip is street freak, but only when it comes to me. See, that's why you're my wifey.
You know what? But I also have a thing with the whole marriage thing in itself, because a lot of people think having that ring, certain things can't happen. It's like, wait, anything that happened while y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend can happen once you get that ring. So don't think that ring is like the holy, like that stops everything. Like, nah, you can still get cheated on. You can get, that's why we got the word divorce. Like that, it don't mean forever. You know what I'm saying? People break their vows all the time. So, so many people think that ring is just, remember, it's just a piece of jewelry at the end of the day.
Just material.
It's a lot of people that go out and take that ring off and act like they're not even married.
Exactly.
So, like, I don't put a lot of stock in it. It's a beautiful thing, but it is not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of stuff that comes with that. It's a lot of people that be delusional. Like, well, I'm married, so my marriage is at the highest pinnacle it can be at. Like, what? Nah,
right.
Nah, you can be getting fucked over. Somebody can be acting like they're in an open relationship with your ass.
That's true.
Like they don't take it serious what it means. Like they just do it because they feel they need to, or because they're comfortable, or like
they've been dating so long.
They've been dating for odd amount of years. Like if you didn't make a connection in that odd amount of years, like what makes a ring
That's what I wanted to say.
Right.
Yeah. That
doesn't change the fact of the history of whatever happened back in the day, unless you guys solve that and get over it and can move on to the next step, then okay. But if you're like in a relationship where it's just bullshit after bullshit after bullshit, and like, oh well, we've been together for this amount of years, I need a ring. What does that solve?
Right. But that's why a lot of women need to rethink when they try to pressure their man that they've been in a relationship with to like, for marriage. Like you keep bringing it up to them, and like, when are we gonna get married? When are we gonna this and that? Like, obviously, if you got to constantly keep asking that person or you have to pressure them to do it, that's not the situation you want to build a marriage off of.
Yeah.
You should.
And I knew someone who did that too. An ex-coworker of mine. She was always bitching and nagging to her boyfriend. We've been together for 3 years. I need a ring. I need a ring. I thought we've been together for 4 years. I need a ring. I need a ring. Like, until he finally proposed, and it was the most fake setup or proposal, because they put it out, of course, on Facebook for everyone to see. And when I messaged her and I called her out on it, like, she was so mad. I'm like, dude, how long have you been bugging this man for a ring? That video you posted on Facebook was so scripted, it's not even funny. I go, so good luck with that marriage, because that engagement is bullshit.
Wow.
Like, I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer on your relationship, on your engagement, but I'm just telling you, the way you went about it, it's not real. Like, I don't feel how you're so excited right now. Like, I would feel like shit knowing that I had to beg this man for 2 years to give me a ring.
Right.
Like, no.
And if you have to beg somebody to do that, you might as well just end that relationship right then and there.
She gave him an ultimatum.
Right.
That's when he finally just got the ring.
No.
Yeah, you don't know that. If you got to do that, that relationship is already done.
And she was just so mad because I called her out. I was like, well, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Like,
so did he basically give her like a Martin and Gina proposal, like the very first one?
I will marry you.
Yeah.
Are you happy now?
Are you happy now?
Probably.
Fine, baby. Gina, okay, fine. Please, all right? Your little plan worked.
What are you talking about, Martin?
Gina, please, here, sit. Okay, baby? You plotted and you schemed and clank. You finally got me, Gina. Okay, fine. Gina, I will marry you. Damn. I mean, are you happy now?
Probably. I don't know. She stopped talking to me after that night because she was mad that I told her the fucking truth. Like, well,
everybody can't handle the truth. So.
Like, I'm just telling you how I clearly saw it. Like, if no one else is gonna tell you, let me be the one.
Let me be the one to tell you.
Let me be that asshole to tell you that shit is fake as fuck, and you could tell by the video of it.
Wow.
That it was scripted perfectly.
I've heard stories of people giving ultimatums and stuff like that. I just feel sorry for those people, man. I really do.
Right. Like, if you can't feel it and know that I'm who you would want to be with, then I don't want the ring. Just end it then. Let's be friends with benefits. Not even over relationship. Let's be friends with benefits. If you ain't calling me your girlfriend.
But so speaking on the fake proposals and fake marriages and stuff like that. So this situation I saw coming from the very beginning.
From the jump?
From the very jump. And I've even said it plenty of times from the very jump.
What are we talking about? This sounds scripted right now.
Rob and Chyna.
wait.
Rob and Chyna.
No,
I have a soft spot for Rob, though.
And that whole situation.
Good. Thank you for saying that. Because I've seen some of the most hypocritical females on the internet about this situation. Now, they went from feeling fuck Jay-Z for cheating and all that, but then with Chyna did, like, what about Rob? The only thing I saw was like Chyna dumb, but that dude sure is fine. Like, oh, you guys are something else. Like, you guys are when Beyonce got cheated on, y'all wanted to fucking kill Jay-Z.
Right.
Rob get cheated on. It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, but see, and a lot of them want to go ahead and justify why it's okay for Rob to get cheated on because of the fact of when he was with what's that girl, Adrian Bailan, I guess, whatever. Yeah. I guess I didn't know. I didn't even know that.
But what does that relationship have to do with this one?
Right, because I guess he did her both. I guess he did her dirty when they was in a relationship.
Oh, okay. So, you know how long ago that was? She was still in 3LW.
I don't even know. That was 3LW.
His karma comes back.
Okay. Well, see, that shows you how much I know about the situation because I'm like, I didn't even know
she with Cheetah Girls. I forgot.
I didn't even know they were together. But yeah, everybody was. People are trying to justify it based off of that. Basically, well, that's that karma.
I mean, it could be his karma coming back, but at the same time, like, I still feel bad for him. I mean, shame on him. He should have known what he was getting himself into.
He should.
But at the same time, like, he didn't deserve that anyway. Like, he genuinely, I feel like, loved this girl. Yeah. And for her to just do him dirty like that, like, he didn't deserve that. And plus, he's a Pisces, so I know how he feels.
Oh, God.
But that whole situation was a setup from the very beginning. that situation was not real at all whatsoever. I mean, the whole situation stemmed off of when Tiger was messing with Jenner and Chyna felt some way about it, and then they was all going in on Chyna because I guess Chyna used to be friends with Khloe or Kim
and them,
and so they feel like that. You know, it was kind of close. That is kind of messy on Jenner's end because it's like, well, you know, Chyna is friends with Kim or was Kim with friends with Kim.
That whole family's a mess.
And you go right. That whole family's a mess.
It didn't surprise me.
So it all stemmed from that. And Chyna saw her way in, which was you use somebody's insecurity.
Shout out to Blac Chyna, man.
There ain't no shout out to her.
No.
You use somebody's you use somebody's insecurity.
Yep. Because he's very insecure.
Because he's very insecure, and you knew it.
Very insecure.
Right, and you knew it. So you jumped on the band. You jumped on it as soon as you could. On his insecurity, you played him for it.
Yep.
Also, you can have this ploy of, I'm finna get the Kardashian name, and I'm finna make sure I'm solidified into the family.
I mean, she played it
and get this money
right in a host point of view, but for me, like, no.
Shout out to Blac Chyna for that, man.
I like how you like all these hoes, like, for real.
We all know this though.
Shout out to the hoes.
You know, hoes. That's his name. He loves hoes.
I don't love hoes. I just say shout out to
hoes. He's pro hoe.
He's pro hoe.
Pro hoe.
She got her surgery.
Right.
She played it so well. She's a hoe. She did what hoes did.
That's what I said. That's one of you, but she brought a child into it.
She got a revenge baby, okay?
But you don't do that with a child.
She's a
like
hoe,
that is like the lowest of low. You don't bring a child into this world to prove something.
Oh, she's a hoe though.
Right.
You put an innocent child.
You know what? 5.
You put an innocent child into the mix. That's the main problem I have with the situation.
Is that child?
Is everybody's not thinking about.
I'm trying to figure out why y'all getting so mad about y'all thinking about she might be different in this situation. She's doing exactly what she's been doing.
I get that, but she has a kid in the situation.
But she wasn't doing the kid. Like, that's what makes it. Maybe it's because we parents. We feel something like, but it's
I'm
like,
not even a parent, but I feel the same way.
But you want to have one, so you're thinking of a future parent. Like,
this is only her second child. The first one she got is with Tiger.
Right.
That situation with Tiger, that wasn't a situation where she. I think it probably was a little bit because it was like, Tiger had money, so it was like, okay, let me go ahead and be with him. And that was stupid on his end. But it wasn't like, well, let me go ahead and get back at the family. So let me go ahead and mess with the brother who has insecure issues, date him, get pregnant, plan a wedding, and then out of nowhere, because I don't like how he is personally, but you already know how he was before then, I'm gonna go ahead and move out, take my kids, and leave the house bare, and play with his mind, thinking we finna be together and get back together and have him paying for stuff like that. And you still had 2 other dudes on the side, and he found out about it. And then I'm finding out that there actually might be some legal stuff involved because it looks like some of the stuff that she was buying, she was using Rob's card without his knowledge. So that's gonna be her karma.
Get her.
And that brings to something when you hurt, because I've done this in the past. Don't go on the internet. Put your phone down. Put the computer down. Don't. When you in your feelings, do not go on social media. Do not.
Sometimes you got to get your hurt out.
Do not. You do.
Sometimes you got to have that outlet. Sometimes you got to get your hurt out.
Well, get you a diary or a journal.
Right. I'm learning that.
Don't. You got so many characters. Don't use no characters. I'm telling you, man.
Like, I get what you're saying.
Like,
well, you know what? It's not the same. I get it because I've done it.
I preface my comments saying I've been a victim of it.
Right,
So
I've done it a couple times, and I'd be like, I know there ain't nobody else who did it.
Shit, my Facebook history going back to 2011, 2012.
It is like,
I'm like,
you gotta get that off.
I said that.
You gotta get that off your chest sometimes too. You be like, I need to get it off.
But but it is degrees. It's one thing when you do a subtle message, okay?
Yeah.
He went completely postal.
Yeah, no.
He was posting pictures.
I've never done what he's done.
Yeah, he went
completely put her on blast, put her name in it and everything. It wasn't no like.
Hey, that dude looked so.
It was like no discreet way of going about it. He was just like, no. Like Chyna this and that. Her ass is fake. It was leaking. It's like, Like, damn, like you just put the whole 411 out there on this world.
That's so funny.
And everybody's like, he shouldn't do that. That's the mother of his kids.
That is the mother of his kids.
Get
no
the
way.
fuck out of here.
No,
that don't mean
that I have to disagree with.
Nothing, because if that's
that
the
I
case,
have to disagree with.
If that's the case, then she shouldn't be doing the father of her child that way.
I don't care what she did or what wrong she done. You never supposed to be doing that. You never, not the mother of your child.
If she deserves it, she deserves it.
I mean, she could be way deserving of it.
I don't agree with him putting everything on blast like that, but I'm not finna use that whole. I'm not finna go ahead and condone that. Well, he shouldn't do that because that's the mother of his kids.
But she's out there doing him bogus stuff.
But the mother of his kids is a former stripper who's a hoe,
right?
And been a hoe and continues to be a hoe. So you need to have that conversation with her. Come on, man, you a mother. Don't be doing that. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be out here like that. You got a child at home. Y'all not having that conversation with her. Y'all not having that conversation with Amber Rose when she be out here looser than a goose. Ain't no, oh my goodness, you out here showing your bush. You got a son at home. Mm-hmm. And none of y'all saying that. It's just like, oh, okay, look at her saying, woman empowerment. No need to shave. That's what y'all got from it.
Shout out to 21 Savage.
Damn, I'm saying, I need to start thinking of these kids that's involved in these situations. Stop looking at these people as in their popularity as, oh, okay, that's all it is. Y'all forgetting the fact that these kids are gonna see this shit when they get older.
Yeah, social media is not gonna go away.
Social media is not gonna go away
at all.
These memes are gonna be forever. Mm-hmm. These sex tapes and leaks and all stuff like that is gonna be forever. Forever. So
these sex tapes,
all these kids gonna see this. Kim's kids,
it'd be whack.
Like Chyna's kids, Amber Rose kid, like all these kids are going to see this. No matter how much you think they're not, they're going to end up seeing this because some of their friends see it. Right? Some of their friends gonna see it.
Yep. Well, did you see your mom doing this? Did you see
and y'all could try to homeschool them as much as y'all possibly can to keep them away from them. They still gonna see it when they become adults. Mm-hmm. Yep. All that stuff is gonna happen.
All this, I have not seen the news yet.
I didn't see the news either.
I didn't get to see them because by the time
I did see one news. I did see one news.
I didn't get to see them.
And
that Blac Chyna news?
Blac Chyna news.
Yeah, I only saw one.
I heard it might have been a sex tape.
You heard?
I read that it might be possibly a sex tape.
It might be, but I don't think he's gonna release it now.
Well, maybe it wasn't him. Maybe it was one of the dudes. Like, I'm not saying her and Rob. I mean, one of the dudes.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it her and one of the dudes?
I don't.
Because I heard one dude that was like a rapper or something like that. I think they said he was a rapper from Chicago.
The guy that Rob had posted was a supposed scammer. And like he's one of those guys that scams you on Instagram. Like I could turn your hundreds to thousands and your thousands to 10,000s. That type of scammer.
I believe that instantly.
Yeah, like he's one of those guys. I didn't know that until I got some further information.
Right, and then I saw one of the guys. I guess the one that was in Rob's Road.
Yeah,
he was a rapper.
Yeah,
I guess he dumped Blac Chyna after the situation.
Yeah, he took all the jewelry back and
returned it and everything that he bought her, and all because of that situation.
Shout out to
her.
So, whose team are you on? So you just shouted him out because he took the jewelry back, but then you just shouted out Blac Chyna.
I'm team
so you
nobody.
Need to make up your mind.
I'm team nobody.
Okay, well then
I don't feel bad for anybody. I don't feel bad for anybody.
I don't either. I just didn't like the hypocrisy between the cheating on Beyonce. I didn't like
that it was okay for her to do that.
I didn't like what I was seeing on him. It's like, man, you guys are so fickle.
Because if it was the other way around and it was Rob and she was blasting Rob, it'd be a whole.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, like
a whole different conversation.
It'd have been a whole. See, that's some damn Kardashians. And y'all have been putting so much dirt on Kardashian name, even though some of it is deserved. But y'all would have been putting so much dirt on their name if that was a situation. But let her do it. It's like, oh man, she the shit, man. This is gonna go down in Black history and all this other bullshit that y'all was posting and saying. I'm like, this is why I don't fuck with niggas. Nigga mentality. That's what I'm saying.
So I know we ain't got our boy too much longer, so I think we should get into this parade conversation before we gotta leave.
All right, well, basically, earlier this week, I was doing some studying in my sociology class. We have a chapter dedicated to homophobia or, just the LGBTQ community. And it popped in my mind if I would be ready to go to a gay pride parade that I have that goes down in Chicago annually. And I sent out a text to my fellow people.
To the group chat?
Yeah. I wanted to see how they felt about it, if they would ever go to a gay pride parade. And the answers I got back were, I already expected the answers I got back. But for me, being a heterosexual male and being more mature now, like just seeing inequalities was up, yeah, because I'm a straight man. So, but this is about straight men.
Yeah, it's about straight men.
Right.
Supporting the LGBT.
But I'm saying you definitely got to make sure you throw that in.
Yeah, you have to.
So being a straight man and supporting like everywhere, just to be out there. A lot of straight guys, they don't really know how to support the LGBT community. All they know is how to say is, yeah, I don't care. People live how they want to live. Be happy if you want to be happy. But what about true support? Like actually going out and supporting their cause of true happiness. Now, BE, I talked to you and you said you would go.
Yeah, I would go.
You would go.
Yeah, I would definitely go. I got, you know what? I'm pretty sure that like all y'all got family that's y'all got some family that's gay, or or whatever the case may be. I got a gay cousin. I got two actually. One that just came out like a couple months ago, and one that's been out for a few years. He just graduated, and now he's a surgeon in Chicago. But the other one that just came out, she's 18. She just turned 18. Just came out I want to say about a month or two ago. But yeah, I got family that's gay. One lesbian, one that's a gay man, and I don't know. Like you say, I don't know how to support them. I wouldn't know how to support them at all. Never been to a gay bar. Never been, around them as much as any other person would be. But yeah, I got family like that, so I would support them. Yeah, I would go to one of those gay pride parades. I don't care.
Now, 2 years ago, would you have been able to say the same thing?
Probably not. Because I was one of those guys, like, not gay phobia, but more like, hey, if you gay, you gay, that's fine, but stay, keep that away from me.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's basically what that was.
Don't know. All these members in this podcast are Black, in the Black community. Homophobia, well, just being of the LGBT community was always stigmatized. So a lot of people, they had that until they might feel that they're ready to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, I would go. Like I said, I feel like I finally stepped out the shell. More mature now. But the only thing with me is, I've seen a video when a guy had his family, I think he had like, not a newborn, but it had like a 1-year-old. He took his baby.
You seen this too?
Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah. Yep. And somebody asked him, like, why did you bring your baby here? He just said he wanted his baby to view love, like just embrace love as it is.
Okay.
No matter what.
And can I tell you, I went for the first time last year to one in Chicago, and that's all it is. Like, I didn't know what to expect going up there. I went up there with a friend of mine who's bisexual, and then her friend that's a lesbian. So the whole time we're going up there on the train, I'm like, are girls going to be hitting on me because I look really cute today? Like, are they going to be hitting on me? Like, what do I expect? They're like, no, just go. Like, it's a parade. It's just a big parade. Like, don't think of it as like pride parade. Just, you're going to parade. I'm like, okay. The most fun parade I have ever been to. You literally feel the love.
That's
like, it's love. Like, it's just love and happiness. Like, I've never experienced a parade like that. Like, I've never experienced a parade like that where I'm telling you, you literally feel the love when you're there. Like, I hate saying it like they, but it's just like the nicest people. It's a bunch of fun. Like, all you do is just sit there, get drunk. People are doing drugs.
Right,
I mean, it's just a big party all along the sidewalks. Like,
my Snapchat stories when it was over, people were doing drugs.
No, they are. Like, you see people doing drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they'll have like, and I was afraid because it was like with all those bombings happening last year.
Right.
And I'm like, oh great, like, like I'm going to a big event, security. I mean, the cops were there with dogs, like sniffing, you know, like, and they weren't bothering you. Like if you were smoking weed, if you were smoking, if you were whatever, they weren't bothering you.
Okay.
Like
because you know people they will have to
exactly. But I mean, it's just like love and happiness. Like it was just like rainbows and butterflies. Like literally, like it's so much fun. I recommend you guys go. They don't hit on you like you think they do. I mean, you see some off the wall shit, like people walking around. Like this guy was just walking around in a thong that was like an elephant, so you just see butt cheeks and just his shit in the. I mean, you see off the wall shit.
As a straight guy, I don't want to see that.
But you don't. Then you don't have to look. Like just look at the parade.
That's easier said than. Yeah, that's easy to say. If it walks past my eyesight.
No, but they're like usually in the back walking on the sidewalk. Like you're up against the rails. It's like if you're looking around, like just, you know, scoping people out and you happen to see them. Like that's what I was doing. I was just looking around because like people in outfits, like girls in pasties and you like just. So I was like looking around in the crowd and then I happen to look behind me and I see that guy and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And I just turned back around and started watching the parade again. Started looking across the street. It's fun.
I had one of my exes went, and her story stuck with me ever since she told me. She told me she went there, and there was one guy who had a wand. I guess he was dressed like a fairy. Dressed like a fairy, had a wand. And he was going around, not like hitting hard with the wand, but he was tapping people saying, you got the game, you got the game, you got the game. I'm like, hey, look, I don't want to get hit with no game.
And that's what you do. You just laugh it off. It's like people are just having fun, you know? Like they're. Yeah, I mean, I did see some crazy things, but I mean, they teach their own. I feel, you know.
2 years ago, I would have never went, but I don't think I never told y'all that. But I got hit on by a gay guy before. Turns out, just like getting hit on by a woman, you just say no. That's basically what that is.
I'm not interested.
Yeah. That's all
like,
it is.
You don't have to be rude about it.
Yeah, you ain't got to be rude about it.
I would actually take that as a compliment.
Exactly.
I'm like, look, nigga, I know I'm
It was crazy. It was wild, but I was like, yeah. I didn't know what to say. I was like, yeah, I'm into women. That's what I said.
That's all you say. You know, it's like.
I'm like, oh, okay. Or have a good day. No, like, hey, you have a good day too.
I would treat that though like the taste. Like going to the Taste of Chicago, you know how they say, get your ass out from around there when the lights go down. Like,
yeah.
when the sun go down, get your ass there. I would treat the gay pride parade just the same.
We did. I'm not gonna lie, we did.
Because that's when people might be a little too drunk, too intoxicated. Yes. Now everybody's just doing off the wall.
Yeah, the sun is dimming down. I think it's time to go.
Like we were standing across this gay bar and like the windows were just like open. So during the parade, they had them open. So you see like guys up there like dancing, you know, whatever. But then people just start getting real drunk.
I see.
So that's when we noticed. Like once you see, you know, like people just starting to be out of control. That's when we're like, all right, we gotta go. Because after that, literally, you just party on the streets. The parade's over, but you set up camp. Like, we had set up camp and stuff. Like, the people that were sitting next to us, like, we all just sat there and still partied until we saw the bar across the street getting crazy. We're like, we gotta go.
Yeah, right.
You know? Like, it's just, you party all day long. Once you start getting there, we were drinking on the train getting there. You know? Like, it's just a big, happy party.
Okay.
But yes, get out of there before the sun goes down.
I didn't know that, but okay.
So next year, I do plan on attending with a cousin of mine who is in the community. So, BE, you are more than welcome to attend with.
It's fun, guys.
I might go depending on if I got to work or not. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, you know, schedules don't conflict or whatever.
Right.
All right. Well, my initial thought, and I want to read the exact. I deleted it. I wanted to read the exact text. So, y'all, you got it?
Yeah,
I got it. Read the exact text, and I'm going to tell you how I took it when I read it.
Oh, yeah, because there was some misconfusion.
Yeah, it was. So from that conversation to what the text said, I'm going to comment from what I read in the text.
All right. So the text read from Mr. Freddie with 1D. The D that might count at the push.
Good one.
I like it.
The text read, I'm going to throw this out there real quick and get back to homework. but would you all ever attend the gay pride parade to support, in quotations, the message of equality? And that was it.
That was it? Okay.
That was the end of that.
Wait, was it wait. It was one that said with some girls or something. Like the one he said would be the initial one was
I can read through the whole responses there if you want.
No, because the one he said was some girls, of course. Yeah, that's the one.
He said, because this is what happened. So at the time when Freddie sent it, of course, BE's first one said, yeah. My response was, nope, nothing against it. I'm just not going. Then Freddie D said, the 1D, all right, well, Billy, I think I might finally have enough courage to go next year. With a group of females, of course, plus a relative who is a lesbian.
All right, so what I comment that particular text. So no, we good. So what I comment on was that I had took that as like, okay, you want to support, but you didn't want to go by yourself, right? And that's the only thing I was commenting on. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna support something, I shouldn't need nobody else that, even if they gay or straight, you know what I'm saying? I should just be supporting the cause. So when I read that, I took that as like, well, why do you need somebody to go with you if you're going to support the cause?
That's what you were saying? Because I got confused about what you were saying.
That's what I was commenting on. Like, okay, if you want to support something, then it shouldn't matter if people with you or not. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so I took that part like with girls, of course. Like, wait, why girls got to be that? You know what I'm saying?
You don't want to party by yourself,
right?
Well,
he's the only child, and he thinks everybody can go places they feel comfortable going.
No, I'm only going for the support. I'm breaking down what was said. That's all I'm saying. I'm breaking down. If somebody say, I'm here to support a cause, that's different than saying I can support that cause but I can't be by myself. Those are two different things. So I just read it like, wait, if you want to support something, where does having people with you come in to support it? That's what I was commenting on. So now that we broke that down, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because if I say I support something, I shouldn't need somebody with me to support it. You know what I'm saying? And my support is my support.
And I get where Freddie was coming from, because it's like I'm support, but at the same time I don't want anybody to think that I'm gay when I'm in the show of support. So
even if you with females, they can think because they gay guys. So
that would be the same thing. I mean, regardless of how you do it, if you go with a group of girls or if you go with a group of guys, you're going to a gay pride parade. So in most cases, I would think that almost everybody's probably going to assume that you are gay because you are there. Especially because it's guys going. It's different when it comes to women. Women go all the time, and a lot of straight women go.
I think when the guys go and they want to get hit on, they'll dress it to get hit on. Because believe me, I'm telling you, I saw some guys in some outfits that you know that they wanted attention. The ladies that were next to me, I didn't even know that they were lesbians until they told us they were lesbians, because I wasn't a lesbian. My two friends, one's bi, one was, but I didn't think the girls next to us were. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to go there with an open mind. Like, you have to go in there like, hey, if you get hit on, like Freddie Wendy said, take it as a compliment. Don't, like, like get mad or get offensive about it. Like, no, like, until they told us that they were in a relationship, I thought they were just like best friends. I have best friends that I'm close with, that I hug on, that I, whatever. But so that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't go in there thinking like every girl in there was a lesbian, every, guy that was there was gay, or, no, like, until they showed me, until I could notice it, or they told me.
Right.
To me, I just went in there like, I'm here to party. Like I'm telling you, when you get there, the energy is so different that you forget about all those questions that you were asking yourself. Like I told you guys, I was doing the same thing on my way there. Like, I was like, am I going to get hit on? Like, is this outfit cute? Like, I don't want like, I'm supporting it, but I don't want nobody to hit on me. And then she's like, love, then you just tell them, like, I'm good. Like, that's not me. Like, she's like, we're not any different. We're human. Yeah. Like, you don't treat us any different. Just deny us like you would deny a guy that came up to you that you weren't interested. Like, no, thank you, but not, whatever. Like, just, and that's what she told me. She said, just go, when we get there, just go with an open mind. Like, we're all just people. It's just a big party you're going to see when you get there. I'm like, okay. And she was absolutely right. Because when I got there, I totally forgot about what I was questioning. and just had a good time. You know, like that's what I'm saying. If you want the attention, they dress to get the attention. Whether you're a guy or a female, you know when they want the attention.
Yeah, but I wouldn't. But how a guy dress, that wouldn't make a difference as far as if somebody thinks you're gay or not, because there's plenty of thugs that are gay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's some drug dealers that are gay. There's some dudes that straight hardcore, cop diesel motherfuckers that's gay.
No, I understand that. But I'm saying is like people aren't just walking around like, ooh, you look good, or ooh, like they're worried about so many other different things that are going around there. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, not once with the people that are around me, when I noticed that these two women next to us were lesbians, there were a couple of guys next to us and stuff, like, no one came out to them like, ooh, or, ooh, nothing. Like, everybody was focused on the parade because of what was going on in the parade. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that guy that I told you was just walking around with that little elephant thong, like, obviously he wanted attention, so that's why he's walking around like that. So he's gonna get the attention. He wasn't going up to someone going, "Hey, look at me," or like no.
He kind of advertised it.
Yeah,
in a way.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Okay. Like, people aren't just going up to you. People weren't just coming up to me like, "Ooh, no." And that's what I thought it was. That's what I was like, man. Like, she's like, "You're fine." She's like, "It's okay," But it was nothing like that. Or maybe I just didn't look as cute as I thought I did, or I don't know, and the people around me, I don't know, but it was nothing that I thought it would, because that's what I thought too. I was like, man, not at all. Just go in with an open mind.
Whatever people want to do, state prerogative. I don't judge. You can do whatever you want. I tell people all the time, hey, some straight guys used to be happy for gay men. They leaving more women in the world for you. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go to a gay pride parade.
Yeah, I mean, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not gonna go. I mean, I love y'all. Even if we all get a big group, I'm okay. I'll just stay home that day.
I mean, you can support them any other way.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel, and I was about to say that afterwards. Like, I don't feel I have to go to a parade to support them.
Right.
Like, no. Why?
You can support them other ways.
Yeah.
What you were saying to your party?
When y'all come back, we'll party.
We'll party more. And rainbows and everything.
My cousin can bring her girlfriend. We'll all party. So.
Yeah. Oh, but we went through a situation earlier this week. So I want to kind of get some of y'all. What do y'all think is a good time for kids to be disciplined? I know some of y'all not gonna do the answer to this. Not everybody has a child, but as a new father, I kind of asked myself that question a couple times before. When is
when good time to give her that tap tap?
Yeah, when is a good time to give her that tap tap? Because I know of course when she was younger, I'm like, well, it's a baby. She don't know nothing. I'm not gonna do that. She don't know nothing. It is what it is. It's nothing serious.
Right.
When she got past one, I'm still like, no, I'm not going to do nothing. Till one day, I think this is probably, at this point, she might be like 16 months or something like that. And
are you really doing the 16 months?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it makes it understanding. She's going to be 8. She's going to be 19 months at the end of this month. Okay. So this is probably like around maybe 16, 15 months.
I was about to say, God, you one of those parents.
I'm normally not.
A year and a month, not 13 months.
I'm normally
not. A year and a month.
I'm normally not. But when you shop for kids and stuff,
okay.
It's easier to explain everything by 18 months. Now, of course, when she gets to 2, I'm not going to be like, yeah, she's 28 months. Like, no, that's you got to cut that out when it comes to 2. Once they 2, it's like, no, she's 2.
Okay.
She's 2.5.
I can understand it better. Thank you for explaining.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, right. Now it makes sense because I'm like, oh my God,
but
the child is 1.
Right, but before 2, you definitely want to put that, because especially when it comes to clothes, they don't base it off of clothes 1 year. They really say 18 months, 19 months. Well, 18 to 24 and stuff like that. It makes more sense for you as far as gauging size and things like that. So
now
that's why you get in the habit of going off of the months.
Okay.
So there's a situation. I had my baby. I was doing something. I was probably trying to put her shoes on, whatever the case may be, and she was already fussing a little bit here and there, and I'm trying to, get her dressed, and I had sat her on my lap. So because she was fussing and wanted to get back down, she
started kicking.
Well, not even just the kicking, but she did this like threw her head back.
Oh, that tantrum.
And hit me straight in the face, right? So because it hurt, my first instinct was like,
throw that baby.
Not to be like, that was not, not, but my first instinct wasn't to be like, hey, stop, that's not nice. It was like, that's not nice, but I did tap her leg. I tapped her thigh. And I felt so bad when I did it because it was the first time I ever disciplined her.
Oh, you did it?
And I did it, and I felt so bad. I was like, and I get when I got it when I finally understood it when I was a kid and my father, would discipline us, and he would say, it hurts me more that I have to do it than it hurts you.
Yeah.
And when I did it, I was like, oh my goodness, like it hurt my heart like tremendously, and I was just like it was almost like I did it. She cried a little bit because of it, and I couldn't help but to pick her up, see, that wasn't nice. You shouldn't have did that. And
why you crying?
Right, I'm crying on the inside.
Tears.
Right, but I'm crying in the inside because I'm like, see, you shouldn't have did that. That's not, and I'm like, I felt some way about it. But now I still feel a little way about it. But now I'm at that point because she's finna be 2, so she's starting to hit that terrible 2 phase early. And I'm noticing it even more that she does these little tantrums now, fall out on the floor and everything like that. And I say, get up, and I do stuff like that, right? Something small like that, a tantrum, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to discipline you for it.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm going to tell you, you don't need to do it, whatever the case may be. Now, I do have a problem with is my daughter is in this hitting phase, feeling like she can hit you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't condone it. I know she's only a toddler. She's still learning right from wrong and things like that. But I still feel like this is still a good point in her age where you can still try to help her understand that, look, what you did is actually bad. You shouldn't be doing that. And so I got to tap you a little bit. It's not hard.
Right.
And sometimes it's not something that's going to make her cry. It's just enough for her to understand that, okay, that was bad.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't nice. So, and this happened over a couple days ago, right? Her mom came, picked her up, I'm putting her in the car seat. She had some, I think I gave her some muffins or something like that to eat, something to snack on while she was in the car. And she was giving it to her mom. But then she wanted it back from her mom while I'm putting her in the car seat, and she was just trying to get up and fussing, and I'm strapping her in, no, sit down, you gotta sit down, Mom, I'm finna give it back to you. And she hit me in the face. Oh God. So she hit me in the face, and I tapped on the thigh, and I was like, that's not nice. You don't hit daddy. Don't hit nobody.
The second time in a day?
This was just recently. The first time was months ago.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
So the situation happened. So I did it, right? So then she's crying a little bit because of it, and her mom didn't know what happened. She didn't even know anything happened. It was kind of because of the fact that she was still crying, it was why is she crying? I'm like, because I tapped on the thigh. I popped her. She hit me in the face. So then her mom later on texted me when she got, I think we need to have a conversation about when it comes to discipline. And I'm like, really? We really need to have a conversation about discipline? I don't get it, but okay, whatever. So we texting in the morning, and she's just like, I don't have a problem with, popping, spanking, whatever the case may be, but just not at a certain age. I still feel like because she's only 1, she's still young. She's a toddler. At this point, toddlers don't know the reason why they got hit. They just know that they got hit. So this is a time where you need to be more empathetic and patient and tell them no and all the stuff like that, which I get because I already do that. Mm-hmm. But again, when it comes to hitting, that's not something I'm just like, oh, okay, I'm just going to be empathetic and no, that's not right. You shouldn't hit people. You can do that. That's fine. I don't have no problem with how you want to discipline our child and how you want to raise her, but don't undermine how I do how I'm going to do it. Because what I do with my household and what you do in your household is two different things.
Exactly.
My child is not being harmed. She's not coming back with no bruises or nothing like that. She's not getting beaten. Mm-hmm. She get a tap when she does something like that. And it's just a form of teaching her that that's not right. And it's not often that I have to do it.
Yeah.
It's really not. And there's a couple times where I have tapped her a couple times before, but it wasn't nothing. It was just kind of like a pack.
And I feel like kids too, like they'll challenge you on it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Kids are smart as hell.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Like, my nephew one day, he's 3. And he was mad because I couldn't find Thomas quick enough for him.
Oh, yeah.
So he started throwing a fit, and then he started, like, screaming. So then I started screaming back at him. Then he went a pitch higher. So I met him at that pitch too. And I was like, we can do this all day. Like, I'm trying to help you. You know, it's like, I feel like you kind of have to challenge them, because once you challenge them, they're like, fuck, I can't get away with it. You know, like where he thought it was going to be like, oh, okay. You know, I'm looking, but I'm screaming right in your face too, what you're doing back to me.
Right.
Like you said, when she hit you in the face, you hit her back so she could feel like, hey, you don't like that pain either. You know, like,
don't do that.
Just how you just hit daddy, that's how it felt.
Right.
You know, it's like a challenge so that they know, oh shit, well, if I hit him, then I'm going to get hit too. I don't want to feel that pain. You know, like, and I don't have any kids. I don't think it's wrong, but I'm just going off of how I was raised to how kids are being raised now, where you see them throwing a fit, cussing their parents out, hitting them in the face in the stores. I wish my child would.
Yeah, and a lot of times,
I wish my child would.
I don't play that store shit.
And a lot of times, the kids that still do that is because they wasn't broken out of that early enough.
Exactly.
So
they thought it was cute. The parents were laughing it off.
So
like,
you wait until they're like 4 and 5 and want to discipline them, and they're
they think it's funny now.
They're like, what?
You didn't hit me before. Why are you going to start hitting me now?
What? Come on now, get out of here with that. So I'm like, nah. We breaking that early.
I feel as soon as they understand it, that's when it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm saying these kids, they know early on. These kids are very intelligent early on. They know right from wrong early on, but they play you to get away with it.
Get away with stuff.
And I see it with my nephew, because he knows right from wrong, but then he sits there and plays the victim. My nephew doesn't like me, but I was like, you know what? That's fine. He doesn't have to like me, but he's going to grow up respecting me. He's not going to be walking all over me like he walks all over my dad and all over my mom and all over my sister, because why? They give him everything.
Right.
No, I'm sorry. He was throwing a fit the other day because he wanted juice. He didn't want to eat. I made him scrambled eggs with sausage, and he loves sausage. I was like, you eat that? So I took the juice away from him. He was crying. I said, you can cry all day long, sweetheart. I have all day for you. I go, but until you eat that sausage, you are not getting your drink back. He knew what I was saying, because guess what he did? Ate that fucking sausage. You're not done.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, like, no. Like, you're not going to play me like a fool. I know you know right from wrong. So you're going to do the right thing in my eyes first. Like, before I even give in to you. And that's when they're like, oh, he doesn't like you. Like, he won't kiss me and stuff. I'm like, that's okay. And I tell him every day, you don't have to kiss me. You don't have to like me. I love you. But you're going to respect me. And that's all I want from you, is for you to respect me at the end of the day. Because I'm your elder. And I will be damned if I let a little kid walk all over me.
Absolutely. Because if the kids are not going to respect your authority of being told what to do
at an early age,
right? Especially at an early age, right? Then they're not going to do it with anybody. Period. They're going to feel like, well, I make the rules. I do what I want to do, and because everybody else let me get away with it.
Right.
Like, no. And that's why I'm like, I can't do it. Like I said, it might be cool for her mom and their household and how they do things over there.
It's fine.
And you might be okay with her letting her get away with doing whatever she wants to do over there, and thinking just you saying, no, that's not nice, and however many times you say it to somebody, that's cool. Over here, no.
Whole different ballgame.
No, because I'm going to talk to my child and let her know that that's wrong. But if it keeps continuing, then I got to let her know, like, look, I meant what I said, and you need to understand that.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Yes.
Did she specify what age she said she was going to do that?
No, but I mean, I really didn't care
right, because his whole household.
I know you didn't care. I just wanted to know, did she specify? Because she don't want it to be done now. I was trying to figure out in my head, Like what? She waiting till next year, or did she get? I don't know.
I don't know because
it's an age thing for her.
Right?
So
she said it's like an age thing, and it's like, well, because she's only one, and she's she's still small and everything like that. Now, for the viewers, they don't really know. Yeah, my child is, like I said, she's one. She's almost 2. She'll be 2 in December. So she's not a brand new one. She's damn near halfway past one. She's she's like 19 months.
Yeah,
past one, and she's not no little fragile baby. My baby is solid. She's heavy. So it's not.
She wasn't all that heavy on the floor.
A lot of people say she's heavy. A lot of people think she's heavy.
I didn't think so.
But yeah, she's not. She was doing
so great on the floor.
She's not that heavy, but she's not no little baby. So to me, when her mom was like, "Well, yeah, she's only one," I'm like, my response was, "She's gonna be 19 months." Like, what you mean? She ain't new to one. She gonna be 19 months. And even then, like, okay, even if she's saying, "Well, we'll wait till she's 2," at that point, she's already full blown into the terrible twos. You think she gonna really grasp the concept of being disciplined then? Like, no, she gonna feel like it's whatever. I don't give a damn. I'm 2. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna kick this. I'm gonna kick my feet here. I'm gonna fall on the floor when I don't get my way. Like, because she gonna feel like she can continue to get away with it. Like, I'm not trying to wait until she turned 2 and try to break her out of the habit that she's already starting to develop.
And I think that's what it is. I think like just parents don't want to deal with that. Like, they rather like just shut their kid up and give them what they want to not deal with it. I know we did that with my sister, and she's a spoiled brat. Like, that's what I'm saying. The way I raised my sister, I will not raise my child, because I thought giving her everything, just letting her do everything, talk to you crazy, hit you, do everything would be okay. Like, yeah, it's all fun and cute. But now she's 20, want to be... No, now you're paying the consequences. It may be a little too late because you're set in your ways with us. Right. Like, she thinks she's like untouchable, that, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, sweetheart. There's someone out there that'll get you. You just haven't met them yet. Right. Like, your shit stinks just like everybody else shit stinks. Like, but that's our fault. I take responsibility for that because that was the sister I always wanted. So I always gave her everything. When she cried, I didn't want to hear her cry because that's my sister. I don't want to hear her cry here. Mm-hmm. No. It's a monster that you create. And then all these little assholes out here thinking the world is theirs. Like, no. And then they feel like they can just disrespect anyone they want. Yeah. Like, you can, that's what I told her. You can disrespect us here at home because we allowed you to disrespect us, but go out to the world and find someone that you just want to run up talking shit because we let you talk shit. You're going to get knocked the fuck out.
That's true.
And that's what I told her. You haven't met your match yet to someone that you have gotten tough with that hasn't beat your ass. I go, you got lucky on that. I go, but wait for that day. I go, but again, I feel like that was our fault, my parents' fault, because why? We didn't want to hear her crying. Right. We didn't want to hear her, so, okay, here, shut up. It's like, no, you have to show them that you're the boss. Like, how they say, like, oh, well, like, I'm my kid's best friend, blah, blah, blah. Fuck that. I don't want to be my kid's friend. I'm my kid's parent growing up until I get them to where they need to be in society. After that, if we want to be friends and take it to, a friendlier level, that's fine. But let me be your parent and let me raise you so that when you go out into this world, you're not a little asshole over here running around disrespecting people. Then we can be friends when you're 18. After that, before that, anytime before that, I'm your mother. Right. That's it.
Y'all could be best friends when they leave the house.
Exactly.
And they're an adult and they fend for themselves. Exactly. Then y'all can be the best of friends at that point.
Exactly.
Whenever
but growing up, like, oh no, I'm, I'm my child's friend. But well, then that's why your child runs all over you, like the way they do.
There's a line that you have to play with when it comes to that because you do want you do kind of want to have a good. You want to be a great parent to your kids. You do want to have a little bit of a friendship with them as well because you want them to be able to come to you, especially when they get to those teen ages, and that's when people start to do a lot more shit when they become teen. Yeah, you want them to be able to come to you in those type of situations, so that way, you can kind of help guide them to keep from having any mistakes or any issues that could just damage their whole future. So you still want to have that type of friendship, but you still got to be the adult first. You still got to be the parent first. So You can be
that's
friends, you
yeah.
just can't be best friends
Right.
with your kids.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, yeah, I
Friends with
want
your
my
kids.
kids to come to me and tell me, but I don't want them to treat me like they would treat their friends. You know,
Right,
like
exactly.
you're gonna have a whole different respect.
Right.
Like, I'm your best friend. Yes, you can come and tell me anything you want, or we can be open, but don't treat me like you treat your friends. Like,
Right.
the respect level, I guess, is that's what I mean.
It's different.
Yeah. I mean, because like my mom, I respect her as my mother, and growing up, like, I've always been close to my mom, but I've always respected her as my mother until I got to a certain age that I'm like, okay, like, I knew I could come to you. I always went to my mom for everything, but I'm like, now as an adult, I know, we can go a little farther on our friendship. Like, there's, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's how my father is.
Right. Like, where my dad, he's just a strict Hispanic that it's just my way or no way. So we have to, like, kind of tiptoe around him, but still, like, he's there when I need him.
Right.
Like, I don't have a relationship with my dad like I do with my mom, but my dad is still there. Like, my dad has still helped me when I needed his help, when I needed his advice. It's just not as open as my mom. But that's just because growing up, my dad was a strict one. So we always went to mom to get away with everything. But at the same time, like, when it was no, it was no. So, yeah, we knew we couldn't get away with it with dad, but if we went to mom and we could get away with it with mom, but if no, then you still respected it. No.
Right.
If it was a bad idea, if she wasn't feeling it, then no, then okay. Well, cool. I respect your decision. You're the adult. You obviously know what's better for me than me,
Yeah, and I think one of the situations between me and my child's mom is, I think she's still, like, she doesn't really get it because this is my first child, that this is like my first time being around kids.
I was thinking about that too.
But she don't, because we don't have that type of relationship we never had.
Mm-hmm.
So she don't know, like, a ton of nieces and nephews that I pretty much helped raise almost every single one of them.
Right.
So I'm not new to raising kids. Like, I've been around them since from the time they was born all the way to the time now.
Right.
So even before I had kids, everybody was still kind of giving me this whole, like, happy Father's Day shit. I'm like, man, I ain't no father, but they were like, man, well, shoot, how you act with your nieces and nephews, shoot, you damn near seem like it. So it's like, I'm not new to it. Mm-hmm. So the same way that they got disciplined is the same way my child's gonna get disciplined too.
Because do they respect you and all?
Oh yeah, and they not spoiled. They know They know what right is right and wrong is wrong, and they know when they die or their mother or their other uncle or their other auntie say anything and tell them what to to do this or do that, then they do it. Ain't no going back and forth. Ain't no but ain't no none of that. It's like, okay, you know what you need to do. Point blank period. You know what you need to do. So I want my child to be on the same page. I get it. You want to help develop your child as much as possible without having to resort to that.
Right.
I get that. But on certain things, like I said, hitting somebody, that's not something that I'm just gonna be like, no, that can't happen. Like, okay, we can talk about it. Like, no, we gonna talk about it, but I need you to understand that is definitely a no-no.
Yeah. Because then you get to the point where, like with my sister, that's what she would do. She would, like, sit there, she would hit you, think it was funny because when she was little, we thought it was funny. So it'd be like, oh, so we'd laugh it off. So she'd go up thinking it was funny. Mm-hmm. One day, she went up to my dad and, like, full on punched him. Bam! Like, in the face. Like,
in the face?
Yeah, like, full on punched him. And he was like, get over here. She's like, no. He's like, get over here. And she walked up to him all cocky, because I'm telling you, she's a disaster. She walked up to him all cocky. She's like, what? And he's like, turn around. She's like, no. And he's like, turn around. So she turned around and he hit her. She fake cried, okay, while he hit her, because I think he gave her maybe like
the lightest of taps.
But no, they weren't light taps. Like, he spanked her like 4 times.
Oh, okay.
And was like, you don't hit me, blah, blah, blah. She's like, ah. As soon as he stopped hitting her, she turned around. She was like, that didn't even hurt.
Yeah, that sounds like Selena. I don't even care how old.
And just walked away.
I don't care how old she was.
Yeah, that's when you get that stitching cord out. That's how them.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Because if I would have punched you when I was that little, you would have like threw me across the fucking house.
Yeah.
I would have probably died from like how hard you threw me against the wall.
Let me punch my dad.
This little girl could just turn around and go, it didn't hurt, and walk away, and that's it.
My mom, let me have did that to Angela Thomas. Oh my goodness,
Jesus Christ, man!
She would have been punched me like we was in the street. She would have been whooping my ass.
You let her get away with this so long. She thought it was cute.
In the street, like little nigga, really?
Yeah.
Like you just she would have squared up with me and everything, and then would have told my pops, and then my pops would have got on my ass too. So nah,
I got 2 ass.
I would have got 2 ass.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. Like.
You know what's so interesting though? Hold on a second. You know what's so interesting? You guys talk about both your parents. I had a crazy dynamic with my parents. My mother, she whipped my ass, but my dad didn't. My dad never whipped my ass. He never laid one finger on me. And I always thought that was so weird. Up until the time he died, never did it once. He died when I was 17. I feared that man. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I feared that man because up to the point where she whipped my ass. I don't know, from 2 to
31.
Yeah, she probably still whipped my ass. She probably would still. She tries. But yeah, back then, man, it was crazy. She whipped my ass with everything. Like anything she can get her hands on. You know, that type of mother. Mm-hmm. She was one of those. Hit you with a shoe, hit you with a stitch cord, hit you with a belt. And when she found out the belt didn't work, yeah, that's when she upgraded. Right. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And I think that's what I feared about him because you never knew when he was going to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a whole new fear of yours. Like, you don't know when this dude is going to snap. And she will call him and tell him about the stupid shit that I've done. Oh, your son, he took off of school. He ditched school. He bought porn on the pay-per-view. I've done that. Yeah, she's calling him on that shit. And he would talk to me on the phone. And you never knew. Like, when I went over there, I never knew what he was going to do. And he's never done it. He never did. But it was the fear of this dude will just smack 5 whenever time he wants to. He never did.
I always thought it was funny when the father, it's always the father's kids when the kids are doing something bad. It's like,
absolutely. It is.
Let me tell you what your son did. Yeah. What your daughter did. but when it's like the good stuff,
exactly
like,
what it was.
Yeah, my baby got all A's. Yeah. Ain't that a bitch? My baby is so good. Like, she on the honor roll. That's my baby right there.
You're right. You are absolutely right.
Look, your son over here getting F's and shit.
No, the one was your son want to talk to you, and then you had to tell him what the fuck you did.
Oh yeah.
But you're like, what? Tell your daddy. Like, they have a guilty conscience. What are you talking about?
Tell your daddy.
I got so much bad. What are you talking about, Mom?
Oh my God.
But another thing I want to say about that too is my father it was the same way. He will, discipline us, but there's still, it's when it comes to fathers and mothers, your mother could be the main one that does all the whooping.
Yeah.
You will always have a fear for your father.
Yeah, absolutely.
Always. Like your father.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if it's just it could be just the demeanor of your father. It could be the voice of your father. There's a little bit more. The look is a little bit different.
My dad was
your mother can give you a scary look, but the look from your father is totally different. Like your fathers do give you that fear.
Very straightforward. That dude was no joke. He was an army dude too. My dad was an army dude.
That makes even more sense. That makes even more sense.
I feel like my dad was in the army, the way he disciplined us and looked at us. Like, that's what I'm afraid of, is my dad's look. I already know what the look. I don't need him to say nothing because the look that till this day, I am 31. I still fear my dad, but I respect him at the most because he, like I said on Father's Day, like, he kept me humble. Like, he didn't raise me to be a spoiled brat. I mean, I was spoiled. I got whatever I wanted, but you wouldn't know with the way I presented myself.
Right. Okay,
like,
yeah, right.
He's like, we'll give you, as long as you do in school, blah, 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 you don't get in trouble, like, we'll give you what you want, but you're not going to be making a fool of myself.
Right.
Or a fool of me
Right.
out in the streets when we're giving you everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying, like, I tell him all the time, I'm like, you got soft throughout the years, Dad. I go, because the way you raised my sister is totally different than the way you raised myself and my older brother.
But she's the baby too.
The babies always get
they're always
last,
gonna get,
they get the less of everything.
Yes.
Because at that point, the parents is like,
I'm tired.
I'm done. But that's
so
what
tired.
I'm saying. I wasn't even a problem child, though. The problem child was my older brother, my half brother, which is my dad's son, and my younger brother.
Yeah.
They were the problem child. They were the ones getting in trouble, running with the wrong crowds, because I guess my dad didn't. Well, you know what it is? Because my dad didn't put that fear in them. Because you know why? My dad is the one that only the girls get pregnant. Only the girls will look dirty. Only the girls will do this. And I'm like, but Dad, who got the girl pregnant? If I were to get pregnant, who got me pregnant? Your son can easily go get that girl you are talking about pregnant. Yeah. What does that make him?
Yeah.
But from that angle though, the dude isn't walking around pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It affects the female more than it affects a male. So it's always different from that standpoint.
So then it's okay for your son to just go
to take care of it.
No, not saying that it's. And the father will tell you. I'm not saying it's okay.
Right.
But it's totally different because you got to think about the mother. Right. The girl has to walk through 9 months. Not able to conceal this, especially if she's still young, if she's like a teenager or something like that. That's definitely something that people are going to talk about. Whereas if a son got somebody pregnant, nobody would know until the baby got there. So it's like, oh, what? You had a baby?
That's double standard. That's not fair.
I mean, it's not fair. It's not fair at all.
But it's also
not fair.
But it's also the thing because think about it. When the girl gets pregnant, the baby's going to be with her.
It's fear and it's respect for my dad when it comes to him. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't fear him. And he's told me, he's like, I don't want you to be scared of me. I was like, it's not that I'm scared of you. It's just that you've never been open enough to where I could have that relationship with you, to not be afraid of you. Like, you've always been the firm figure, like, give me that look, give me that tone, and it's this, and, and this only, blah, blah, blah. I go, so you've never given me the soft side. Like, my sister knows the soft side of you. She knows how to get away with stuff with you, but you never showed me that side of you. So I don't know how to approach you in that sense, where my sister is 20 and when she was 18, she's like, I'm moving out. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. If you don't like it, too bad, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting here being like 30 or 27, like, you really talking to Dad like that? Let me talk to Dad like that. And it's a whole different ball, like.
A lot of fathers have to be that way, like, not purposely trying to make you fear them, but they have to be, more stern and, kind of straightforward and have that just authority feel to you because, mainly because, especially for girls, well, for both. Because as a son, you need to know how to be a man. You need to know how to.
Absolutely. Can I bring up something real quick?
Yeah.
I've been tapping my nephew's ass since 2011. He's 8 now. He was born in 2010, and his father been in and out of jail ever since he's been born. So he's in right now. So when you say that, like, yeah, he needs a role model. Oh yeah, I've been that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Besides my sister's fiance right now. You know what I mean? So I've been that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you definitely got to have that. So that's why uncles is good for uncles that's stepping up when fathers are not there, or just other male figures in the household or in the family that's just stepping up to take over that responsibility. Right. I mean, we need a lot of men to kind of pick up the slack for the ones that are not fulfilling their end that's like they need to.
And the relationship you and your nephew have is awesome.
Right.
Like, you would think it's his son if you didn't know any better.
Oh yeah.
You would think that's his son the way they're together, the way, like, when you come to my store and when you brought him in, like, just the connection you guys have, the friendship you guys have, like, I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, I love that about him, is that he's an awesome uncle to his nephew. Like,
I love that kid to death. I love all my nieces and nephews, man. But we went to the show. We went to the WWE show last.
But we know who your
month.
favorite is.
Whatever. Anyway, but no, my nieces and nephews, they're great. But he's my first, and so my niece Mackenzie, she's a demon child.
Oh, I love
so
her.
we talking about you love her now, whatever. She's 4, and she needs her ass whooped like almost every day. Like I don't.
You said she needs her ass whooped or she gets her ass whooped?
I mean, she probably, both, probably. I'm not there 24/7. So, but no, only say that because her grandma on her dad's side, my sister's fiance, she goes over there and acts up a little bit, and then she tries to come over, over to the house or anywhere else, and then tries to do the same thing, and we don't have it. Like we don't play that. We don't play that. So I know my mom don't, and I don't either. So she tries to get away and start doing the temper tantrum, and when she don't get her way, she plays that role over there like a whole lot. So she tries to do it over here. That don't happen. Like I said, I love her. She's a demon child. I'll say that until the that changes. I'm going to keep saying it, and my sister don't like it, but she knows it's real. But yeah, when we talking about this child discipline, I know it very well because everybody gives her a tap and give her a whooping or something like that, and she's kind of like Selena in a way, and like she'll go in the corner and kind of laugh it off or whatever. And she's 4.
Yeah, that's how old Selena is.
You know what I'm saying? So
when she would get hit and she'd laugh,
but
looking like Dora the Explorer.
But yeah, I know it very well. But like I'm saying, I kind of discipline them in a way. I don't have any kids of my own, but
I have a question though.
Sure.
Do you agree, like you guys that are fathers, do you guys agree with like other people hitting your kids?
No.
Other people hitting your kids?
No.
Well, like Billy,
right,
like the uncle, like him hitting his. No, see, I'm the same way.
No, the only person that I would be okay with disciplining my child in that way would be my mother.
Yeah,
I get that.
I agree.
Most definitely.
Anybody else? No.
And that's why I don't hit my nephew.
I never did that with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
Unless I was in the presence of my aunt, my sisters. Then it's like, okay, and they were okay with it, doing it. Like, go ahead, go ahead. Then I'm like, okay, I'll step in and do it for you. But other than that, it's like, no, I'm not. I'd rather, if you do something bad, I'm gonna tell you about it. It's bad, but I'm gonna tell your mama when she comes.
Totally.
When I drop you off. So, and then I would do that and let the mother handle that responsibility after that, whatever they want to do. But
that's how I am. I'm like, let me make
Let me tell you
do it the way that I want to do it,
exactly.
because I don't want nobody else doing it, and you might do it harder than how I normally do it.
Right.
Or let me judge to see if it's worth.
Let me be the judge of that.
You may hit your kids on every little thing, and you want to put that logic on. Like whoa, like that.
Yeah, and that's exactly how I feel. It's like, you don't know. I mean, like, they can hit him a little too hard and it's an accident and knock him out, and then it gets into a serious case or whatever. Like, I wouldn't want anyone disciplining my kids except the grandmas. That's how I would be.
That's it.
I get it.
That's
even my dad. Nope. If you're gonna you never really hit me for being bad. You hit me for my grades. Then I don't want you to treat my children any different.
Right.
You can discipline them. Get that fear that you had in me. I'm fine with that. But I wouldn't want anyone hitting my child.
At this point, because my father, fathers, when they get to a certain age and now all they have is the grandkids, they don't really have the same discipline.
Oh yeah, they soft.
They so soft.
soft.
So I know my pops will be like the softest thing when it comes to Autumn. So that's why I'm like really worried about him.
And it's a girl.
Right, and it's a girl.
Because I only have technically I only have one niece that's blood, which is my half brother. It's his daughter, and she's 12. She's the only one we have. My nephew that I talk about, that's 3. He's a cousin of mine, but I grew up with his mom. I consider her a big sister. So her 3 kids are my nephews. But I technically only have one blood, and it's a niece, and she's 12.
I love her.
My Abby?
Yeah, obviously.
And my dad is soft as shit with that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Soft as shit with her. Like, and we always make fun of him. Like, seriously?
That's kind of crazy.
Grandkids and fathers is like the softest thing. But of course, grandmothers with grandkids, oh no, they giving it.
Oh yeah, they giving it.
It's just the grandparents, the grandpa don't know.
Right.
So, unless they really need to, like it's really something serious that they really gotta get on your ass for.
Yeah, see, and I don't think my niece has ever done anything serious to where, I mean, her dad pretty much raised her like our dad raised. Like, she knows to respect her elders. She knows, you know, right from wrong. She's a good kid. I'm not just saying it because she's my niece. She honestly really is a good kid. Like, like I said, she knows how to respect her elders, and she was raised pretty much how we were. So, you know, she's okay. Like, she's not gonna get hit for being bad. I hope she don't get hit, but if bad grades. But she's smart. She couldn't even get bad grades if she tried to get bad grades. Yeah. You know, so. But yes, grandpas and grandchildren are soft. Very soft. I agree.
To put a bow on this, going back to your question, I feel like the appropriate age to do that is when they're fully aware of what they're doing.
Right.
And some kids are before the other.
Yeah,
some want to be 2, want to be 3, you know, whatever.
And, it's definitely different when it comes to boys and girls, because girls mature quicker and do things quicker than boys do. Like, I know boys that are, you know, little boys that are past the age of 1, they're not even walking yet. She's aware of certain stuff. Like, she's aware of stuff when she throws something, and I'll tell her like, you know, don't throw that, stop throwing that, go pick it up. And she will go pick it up and bring it back to me. She knows that she's not supposed to do that. So she knows what I tell her. Okay, no, you need to bring that back to me. You need to pick that up, or you need to put that down, or you need to don't touch that, or get away from there. Come here. Like, she understands that. So she understands when. So she'll understand when, you know, hitting somebody is not right. Right. You know, just can't hit anybody. I don't want you to hit me and think you can get away, because then you think you can just hit anybody. You think you can randomly hit random people, or, you know, just I don't want her to go through that. I don't want her to think that that's okay. I don't want her to be in daycare thinking she could just hit the daycare, you know, provider, or hit the other kids in the class. Even though she's under 2. Yeah. But you don't want her going through. You don't want that to be your kid. You don't want to be at daycare seeing all the kids play together, and you gotta have that look with all the other parents when your kid is the one that's terrorizing everybody. They're like, damn, whose baby is that? Somebody get that little baby, and you gotta be like, yeah, like for real, yeah, that's my baby. Like, hey, stop that. You know, like, you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that parent. Oh God, seeing that. So you know, you gotta certain things. You gotta you gotta have to kind of nip a little bit earlier than others. That's all.
Yeah, and it all just depends on the child. Like you said.
It depends on the child.
Yeah.
And kids learn quick. So especially with girls. And I know my child is she learns quick. She's already saying certain words at this point. Like, she talks, so she knows it. So, but she's got to learn. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't teach her that there are consequences in everything that you do as well. Like, you got to be able to teach them certain things for them to learn as they're even in the stage of her developing still and learning things. Like, this is a good time for her to learn that there's still some actions that happen. There's still causes and reaction. There's still right and wrong, and there's the yin and yang of everything. Right. So I think this is a good time for her.
Yeah, especially now because they like soak it up like sponges. Like, when you know, so that's when you have to install all of that you want them to learn, is when you know that they're absorbing everything you're doing or saying. Like, that's when you're like, okay, this is, you know, absolutely, this is when you do it. You're right. Because if not, be spoiled little asshole walking on.
Spoiled little sweetness.
Yeah. Spoiled little sweetness.
Whoop that ass. I think that's going to be it for us today. Check us out at tpoia podcast.com. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. We're at TPOIA Podcast. Instagram, TPOIA_ podcast, right? Am I correct?
_podcast.
We are on Stitcher. We are on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud. Where are we at? iHeartRadio also. I almost forget all the time. We're there also. You just check us out there. But you can check all the links at TPOIA Podcast. Any shout outs before we go?
Shout out to my niece. I know she ain't gonna hear this because the channel is not for her to hear.
Yes.
But shout out to my niece. She just celebrated her 10th birthday.
Oh, okay.
Her 10th birthday. She was 10th Saturday. We was out today. We had went to David Bussy, so we had a good time up there.
Hey.
We had a nice good time. So shout out to her and celebrating her 10. That is, she is the first blood niece, technically.
Mm-hmm.
My older brother, who not blood, but that's my older brother. He has a niece prior to that that's older, but this one is like the first.
This one's the first.
This is the first actually, McDonald bloodline niece. So.
Oh, okay.
So this one, that's it's a little special. That's been my little baby. I raised her pretty much since she was young to now. So that was the first, father girl type feel I got was with her. So shout out to my niece Jordan.
Shout out to her. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I'm going to.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to me next.
Yeah, shout out to you. You don't have any?
No.
Shout out to the hoes.
Of course.
You definitely get an ultimatum. I'm just letting you know, you definitely got an ultimatum coming sometime in your future.
Hey man, hoes make the world go around.
Yeah, they make a lot of stuff go around.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, sure do.
Actually, I do have a shout out. Shout out to the Mexican station for playing Selena music the last.
Oh yeah, they did.
I told him, remember on the podcast when we played our songs, and I was like, they need to start playing more Selena. They have. Like,
they have.
Someone in their little group listen to the podcast and
somebody heard.
Because literally they've been playing her a lot lately. So shout out to the Mexican.
Yeah, every time I listen to 107.9, they don't never play Selena.
And they have 5 to 6 songs a day. I'm excited.
That's kind of crazy.
Yay!
It is a little weird.
Yay!
Small victories.
Yeah, right. Just those small victories. For myself, Fred Mac 2, RIV, Freddie with 1D, Bella here, Darius. Jesus Christ, I almost forgot about you, bro.
Oh, miss you, brother.
Hey man, miss you, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This is the Point of It All podcast, man. We see you later. Peace.
Bye, guys.